We got access to Meridian. We got access to their beta program. We found the repo for Robin, which is Facebook's one. We did some research on like which one was better. We had decided we were going to do Meridian, and then kind of things just stalled out. We have one data science person on the team. They're a shared service among everyone. This is obviously not an easy or small task. So invariably, like this big project kept getting pushed because it's like, okay, this is going to take up all the time for like a couple weeks, to do. And so it just kept getting pushed and kept getting pushed. We didn't have the data. So we had some of the data, but we didn't have the media mix model. So like we weren't missing something, like we didn't know what we were missing. So it just kept getting pushed. And then I saw your talk at Google. It was like Think Lead Gen, I think was the name of like the event or whatever. And you had discussed, and I'd love to hear more in your perspective on this, but you were talking about how one of the big transformative things for your, I guess it was maybe growth overall, maybe it was paid media, was implementing an MMM to understand the overall impact of like what you guys were doing on the performance side. And that spoke to me really, really deeply in that like, that's exactly the issue that we were facing. Like, like Mike Tyler comes to me and says, hey, like we're spending all this money on top of funnel, what is it doing? Like when are people coming in? How are people being influenced by it? And prior to that, I just had to say like, trust me, bro, we're going to see this come back. Or like, we're going to see it come back, and it was funny when we did our Series B, I was on all these calls with like these partners at VC firms, and, they're like, hey, we saw you increase spend, like you doubled spend in like October, November, December, but we're not seeing that performance, increase hit. And they were very skeptical. And I was like, that we had scaled the top of funnel campaigns, and, it was kind of uncomfortable. I kind of had to stick by my guns. Like, we're going to see that come back. It just takes time where, you do awareness and it rises all boats over time. Turns out, 12 months later, all of those cohorts are profitable and they're just growing, in profitability. But their whole contention was like, are we going to be able to see even ROI? You were spending $50K and you were profitable there. We weren't even spending that much money. We were spending $50K and we doubled it to like $125.